You will rob you or be exterminated! Exterminate! Exterminate!
The TARDIS lands on the planet Shan-Chen, which looks an awful lot like Earth's China, only more alien. The Doctor and Donna get separated in the middle of a market, and Donna ends up tempted into a fortune teller's place, who, after telling her to think back on her past, demands that her memory change one thing: a decision to turn left or right. One leading to a meeting with the Doctor, the other off a different path entirely. This story was written by Russell T Davies, directed by Graham Harper, and was first broadcast on the 21st of June 2008.
I'm Conrad.
And I'm Nick.
And we are...
Turning Right. So when this never occurred, oh my god, if I turned left I wouldn't have met Conrad. But yeah, we're the Eyes of Harmony. We are here to review, podcast, discuss
thing.
Turn Left, which is the kind of, not the penultimate, but the kind of...
the build-up.
Yeah, the build-up to the finale. So it's kind of a three-parter, but not really.
It's a lot more separated than, say...
Utopia. Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the three. This feels more like... It is very much his own beast. Like, it connects, but this stands on its own. This very much stands on its own.
Yeah. Oh, this story. Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first 5 minutes she's in the tent, I mean, this is 50 minutes long, and it really did need those 5 minutes. Yeah. I think it's perfectly paced as it is.
Yes, definitely.
If it was any shorter or any longer, it would have definitely ruined it as a thing. I mean, it's so depressing, this story.
Oh, yeah.
So depressing, like it hits you right in the heartstrings.
I found the concept in itself kind of genius.
Like, oh yeah, it's so original.
The Doctor Who alternate, basically just an alternate.
If the 10th Doctor wasn't here.
Yeah, if the 10th Doctor had died there, what would have happened? And in a way, I kind of would have liked to see them done more of that, to be honest. Like, that would have been interesting to see, like, all these, like, what-if scenarios, like...
It's crazy on how everything goes to shit.
Yeah, if Donna's not there...
Yeah.
It was screwed.
It goes... It's like, it's kind of like in the Sarah Jane Adventures, when, like, Sarah Jane wasn't...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
And then they come back to the future and London's, like, destroyed. They're like, oh, jeez. Yeah. That's kind of using... Wait, did that story come before this one? But yeah, it's still kind of... It's this... Oh, no, it must have, because he said part of the Trickster's Brigade, so it was a reference, yeah.
Yeah, but the Trickster appeared before that.
Yeah, so... And that Trickster story... But that wasn't his first Trickster story. Oh, well. I don't know. Yeah. It's still such a genius idea doing it. And, like, definitely. I think Donna's definitely the perfect character to have chosen to do it. I would have quite liked to have seen... say Martha do it. I think Martha would have been quite interesting to see in this role and how she would have handled it.
How would things have changed if Martha did this?
If Martha wasn't there, well, the hospital, it would be everything from the hospital onwards. Yeah. But I mean, I just would like to have seen her character. I know. I think she would have handled it kind of differently to Donna. I know, but it would have been.
Well, they all would have. I mean, you could have said the same thing about
Rose as well.
No, actually, in terms of Rose, if you never met Rose, I think things might be completely different. But
I don't think he would have died at the nesting consciousness.
No,
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think it would be interesting to see like literally every companion's kind of.
What if they weren't there?
Yeah,
some would make it different.
Adric. Well, they're not sad when he dies anyway. It's just like, oh dear, next adventure.
Oopsie daisy.
He died. But yeah, so it starts with in the tent.
Yeah, they go through the streets of this China market. And it's kind of weird they have a China market on a different planet.
It happens, yeah. This isn't set in the future that occurs, but yeah. So It's odd how she randomly just tells this woman everything about herself. Like, I thought Donna was quite a private person, really, and then suddenly she's telling this complete stranger, oh yeah, I met him.
It's not, I mean, it's not really a huge...
It's just something I thought was a bit odd.
Well, I think the fortune teller tapped into something. Like, she said there's a man.
Yeah.
Like, she kind of already gave us something to go off. And then...
Yeah, she kind of just played her, really. But yeah, so then the creature climbs up on the back, and then she turns right and creates an entire parallel universe. And yeah, so it's okay, you know, Christmas, it's all good. She's got the job, she's now official PA, so it's all good.
She's handing out drinks.
The way this story goes is it's good stuff happens, and it hits you in the face, like with a truck about. It's like,
so it's a happy party, happening. And then suddenly
so they first
the Ragnos.
Well, they do the it's on your back thing, which, you know, that's good. That's good, you know, because it's starting to build it up. But it did become a bit annoying the longer they did it. Like, everybody was, oh, it's showing on your back. Yeah, we know.
No, actually, that wasn't really a focus. Like, it was mainly that one girl, and then Rose brings it up, and then she's mentioned how people look at her.
No, the maid as well. The maid at the hotel. It's like, yes, as an audience, we know it's still there. Okay, you know, the mirror, because they just did it in the But anyway, yeah. So Ragnos electric, and then she runs over for some reason to see it. Like,
well, yeah, you would be kind of curious.
Yeah,
but
actually, she says something really weird. She's like, "It's going east towards town." Like, why the hell would Donna Noble know which direction east was? If I saw something flying over my house, I'd go, "It went that direction. It went towards town." I wouldn't go, "It's going east." I don't know, maybe if you're in London, that's a thing, you know what direction. I don't know.
Well, considering that the areas of London are quite clearly labelled. So.
Yeah, but it's just such an odd thing for her character to say. If it was the Doctor, it's heading east, it makes sense because it's smart. But like, sorry, Donna.
But no, Donna goes over. Well, but she's in a way she's kind of fearless in a way. She doesn't really think about things, unlike everybody else.
But yeah, so then I see the dead Doctor, and that's not actually David Tennant's hand.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's I think he was working on Midnight at that point, doing something else. But there's so little point in having him on set there. Yeah, what's the point?
That was a great shot, like just the hand.
Yeah, the sonic screwdriver
drops out the
hand. And then Rose enters, and like finally she actually kind of speaks because she didn't beforehand.
And she was just sort of knocking on the glass.
Or that, like when she appeared in Partners in Crime, everybody was like, "What?" For people who didn't know spoilers, obviously, like me at that point, I was like, "What?" And so then you get Rose just like, "Oh, this is wrong." Good, you know, well, okay. You know, it's like, oh, maybe it was someone else. And then what's the next thing that happens then? It's the next one. It is the hospital, yes. So then she gets fired because the Thames, because you see, and what I like is they always go with the other thing, oh yeah, all my businesses is on the other side of the Thames, you know, and it's closed, so I can't do anything. It's like, just later, and then she's taking stuff. I mean, she's a bit heartless. I mean, the hospital did go, and she's just there kind of yatting about being fired. I would just do it quietly. I'd just be really angry, but like quietly to myself, like you.
Well, Donna isn't one to be quiet.
Yeah, I don't know. It just.
I do actually kind of just.
It felt a bit overly harsh. Like if so, like.
Well, they kind of called her out for that, but she was so kind of wrapped in the moment that you know. And
the hospital.
And this is Donna. And bearing in mind, this is Donna being with the Doctor.
Yeah, so
without being with the Doctor, we kind of get a runaway bride Donna, which is
bit mean.
Yeah, a bit mean.
But
and like having the hospital like kind of tie everything together. Sarah Jane also.
Yeah, see, like the hospital, everybody was like, okay, yeah, it still came back. It doesn't matter. But then Sarah Jane died.
Well, only one person survived.
Yeah, and that guy came back for a cameo.
Yeah,
so that was all good.
He did. That was cool.
Like Sarah Jane dying, and then if you listen really carefully to the news, Luke, Maria, and Clyde Langer all fucking died. What? No. And that was when I was like, it kills me.
Yeah.
That, like, because I love that those group. I mean, Rani was okay, but she could just never beat Maria. In my eyes, in Sarah Jane Adventures. So for those four to die, was like, no, why would you do this to us on TJ movies?
Like, they killed all the Torchwood crew as well.
Yeah, and they got all...
And Jack got stuck on, what was it?
Like, he gets taken back to a Sontaran war camp to be a slave for the rest of his life. It's horrible.
It really is horrible. But it's really fascinating seeing all these episodes from different perspectives. Because, like, not only do you see, like, you know, because you saw, of course, the episode's the episode. You saw the episode one way. This is not only showing you a different way of seeing some of these episodes, but seeing them in their worst case scenario.
The Master would have never returned either if, like, the Doctor hadn't been there, because they wouldn't have gone to Utopia at the end. So that's why they left that
hence why
out.
he wasn't there.
Yeah, and hence why Lazarus didn't happen. So it's really good that they kind of left out all of Series 3 except that first part.
Yeah. Well, if that's one big noticeable event, is that the entire Fluid Hospital got taken.
Yeah, and then we get Voyage of a Flipping Damned.
Wow.
She wins the lottery, so she gets the raffle ticket.
After Rose.
Yeah. How does Rose know about that? Was it that she time travelled to a later point and knew, and then went back?
You would assume that I'd assume because, yeah, probably. Because
she's time travelling, that's what
she's travelling all over the
crap
place.
Is. Yeah.
No, the only thing I don't get about Rose in this story is...
How is she so smart?
Well, not only
that's
that.
part of it. Like, how has she suddenly become so, like, Doctor level?
Well, she kind of built up over, I think, slowly over the time shift of the Doctor, but presumably that was the parallel universe.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it was so much she got smarter, so much as she got...
Yeah, but she was understanding it, kind of. I know, it just felt a bit too smart.
Possibly.
But, you know,
why was she working with UNIT when she's, like, travelling back and forth all over the place? How is she suddenly...
Because she needed them to supply the... Because I don't think she could have done all that wiring herself. I think there must have been some really smart scientists, like Malcolm from, you know, Planet of the Dead, later on. Love Malcolm. I wish they brought him back. The Doctor?
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it was nice having UNIT there. But yeah, so Voyage of the Damned happened. That is the worst, like, moment. So they're all at the hotel, and it's happy again. They're all having a good time. It's Merry Christmas, all that, and Titanic landing, and then they go outside. Nitpick here. They're all dressed now. Sylvia and Wilfred were both in their pyjamas, so unless they decide to get dressed before running outside to look at the mushroom cloud, which mushroom clouds don't, you know, stay around too long. I mean, yes, it was a really big one, but, like, they would have missed it, the speed, because Wilfred had, like, 4 layers on, I counted, you know? It's like, you would have just run out in your PJs.
True, that's a bit of a
it's a small continuity error, but, you know, but, like, that one was just, and then they're like, everyone we know, you know?
Yeah, no, that was powerful, like, just at those lines.
So actually, when it's at the hospital, when it's returned, they're watching it on TV, like, Sylvia, Jacqueline King, who plays Donna's mum, she's really good with the cutting lines. Like, she's like, oh, well, I've given up on you. And then later on she does the same thing, and your heart always goes out for Donna in those moments, but she plays them so well, Jacqueline. Like, as Sylvia, she is great. She's like, she's kind of a mum which, she's realistic. She's a realistic mum, really. Yeah. But, like, her cutting lines are so,
yeah.
Oh, she's such a bitch in the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It just makes me feel so sorry for Donna, and there's literally nothing she can do. That's the worst thing. No. There's nothing they can do. And then, you know, they're all evacuated, and then they meet Rocco!
The scene when they're being, I can't move to Leeds!
It's either waiting the refugee, but what I liked is, like, you know, of course there would be nuclear radiation happening, you know, all the time, you know, southeast. But yeah, there's a plot hole which comes in a bit later, which I'll explain in a bit. But yeah, we got to get there first. So it's where is it now? Where is it now? Yeah, so they meet Rocco and his family, who all, you know, have a house. Yeah, they're sharing the house, which is all, you know, nice. Yeah, Rocco's great.
Yeah, I really, he's someone who manages to keep optimistic throughout this, like, horrible time, and, like.
it's a big house, you know. And
Yeah.
he I think his name's
And he manages to cheer everybody else up, like,
Joseph Long, who plays him. He does it so well that even with his very few lines and his sing along, you just end up loving the guy.
yeah.
And loving
It's
the character.
He's
It's
a
just
very
great.
likeable guy. And, like, while the others are a little bit down, like, on him, and, like, there's that moment when Donna comes in to shout, and then Wolf's
Yes.
there, and...
If I hear one more sea shanty, I'm gonna kick that. I love a good sea shanty. That is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
But there's actually something between that. They're like, oh well, you know, it's okay. The USA are gonna send us billions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
And then the adipose thing
Yeah,
happened.
post. Yeah, that was... I mean, at the time, I didn't even think about the fact that would have been coming to play. But yeah, that makes a lot of...
Thing is though, you put it this way, yes, it is a massive horror that all these people died, but how did it actually affect the USA, like, badly?
It's well, without the people there to run its businesses, the money doesn't flow round.
So, yeah, I get that. But then there's loads of free space for all these refugees in the UK to go over to there.
Using what money?
Aeroplanes, I mean, you just take a few over at a time.
Besides, they probably just want to close everything off and try to fix their problem from the inside, like most countries do.
I don't think you can fix a nuclear, like, massive nuclear thing.
Well, no, not the UK. I mean America. Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Well, I just don't see how, like... I know it's horrible, all these people dying, but I don't see how it would, like... Yeah, I know businesses would crash, but it's not like the end of a country. It's not like getting hit by a nuclear bomb.
well, in some ways, I mean, like, you've just got all these people killed by turning into weird fat monsters.
Yeah, but it's not, like, destructive. You know, like, you can still live in the houses that those people left behind. You see, it's
I
like...
don't think that's what they're thinking about.
I know it's
right
not
off
what
the
they're
bat.
thinking, but, you know, you'd make do in those horrible situations. I think a lot of British could really have gone over.
Yeah,
But
but
then-
they're thinking about their own country.
Yeah, but yeah, true. I guess, but it's just a bit of a. It could have gone a different direction, really, because I don't think the adipose thing really changed too much. I mean, yeah, it's horrible. Loads of people died, but then don't be fat and obese and eat pills to try and change it. There's the rules. Learn them. So yeah, and then the worst scene, really, when Rocco gets taken away
Oh yeah.
and they don't tell Donna.
And just like when he's trying to reassure everybody in this nice way, and then you can
like
just
so
see the eyes just dart away for a
Like,
second.
he looks at Wilfred, and then he goes, sewing, cleaning, it's
Yeah.
good!
Mm.
And then they get taken away, and like, I can't believe our country, like, would get to that in that parallel world. Like, what arsehole is our country is to go back to a Holocaust.
I mean,
Horrible.
Yeah.
That is, like, it literally, that's when, like, you get hit in the face with a truck again. It's every time something good's happening, you get hit in the face by a truck.
like, much
You think,
worse.
oh, they're getting taken away, you know, to go somewhere, and then it's happening again, you know. Terrible. And then she's just like, okay, well. I know it's the Atmos.
Oh yeah, the
Atmos.
Atmos card.
Now that is why would Atmos even happen? Because the kid who they used to do it, he was in London, so he would have died in a nuclear thing.
Doesn't mean his technology didn't survive.
Yes, but the factories to make them, they wouldn't be running in the UK. Nobody would care at that time about carbon emissions.
Who says the company is
The
inheriting?
borders are closed, so they wouldn't be able to get any Atmos in anyway. It's just there's lots of kind of plot holes behind it, and it's kind of stuck on really. Because they said borders are closed, you know.
Well, it depends on
That's
what
coming
time.
out.
It depends on what time. Like, because when did the Atmos card start spreading? If it was before,
Yeah, that would make sense if it was before, but they never really mentioned it. I don't know.
no, but I think
But
that's
yeah.
probably the way you'd have to assume that the Atmos cards had already been shipped,
Yeah.
and they started doing that, and then a group
Yeah.
of resistance fighters, which
Torch would die,
yeah,
which is really sad. And then Jack becomes I think I'd prefer to die than become a slave on a Sontaran world for
it's
a wrist.
pretty horrible.
And she goes to yeah, and then throughout it we see, you know, glimpses of the thing that's on her back. I think they could have done something a little different, like a squid kind of thing is what I would have maybe thought, like sucking onto her more than like a kind of beetle. I
I
know.
don't think it really matters either way because like it's just
But
something
yeah.
which is there.
She sees it and she's like, "No, please."
Yeah.
And then yeah,
Really.
back in time. Whee!
But no, that's a bit later. But like they're still stuck in this house, and like then they meet. Then she meets Rose again, who outright tells her that she's going to die and all that.
Well, yeah, she's like, yeah, it's kind of between the two. I mean, I really like their conversations between each other, but it's
Yeah.
odd how usually she lightnings away, but then one time she just fades away after where they talk about Torchwood. Yeah, it's after they talk about Torchwood actually. She decides still not to go. She's like, "You're going to die," and then she goes, "No," and she walks away. But Rose just fades away instead of lightning away. So I'm just wondering what's the difference.
I think the lightning isn't it more to enter? Because I thought
She
the
lightning away? No, because when she tells her to use a lottery
yeah.
ticket, she goes, zzz, turns off, and then runs. I don't know. I don't. Writers. Russell T. But yeah, and then she goes and they're looking at the stars, and the stars start going out, and that's when she's like, "Holy crap! I need to actually get my shit together." And she turns, and then Rose is just standing there waiting, which is such a cool moment.
That is.
The thing is, I think there's too many stars go out too quickly. It's a bit like, oh, just so you can see all the stars going out.
Perhaps, but I mean that's.
If they were going out that fast, I can tell you what, the Earth would be gone within like a few seconds of. But yeah, I love the idea of the reality bomb destroying parallel universes as well as its own.
Everything.
Dust becomes dust, and dust becomes dust, until the atoms become nothing. Oh, Julian Bleach.
Yeah. So then they get Madonna into the thing. They show the TARDIS.
Yeah. Which was good, and then she did the reaction.
Because, like,
oh my god, it's bigger on the inside. You know,
Yeah.
they made sure they didn't miss that
Of
trick.
course. I mean, the TARDIS is dying without the Doctor, presumably, like because of course there's a connection
Depression.
there. Well, partly that.
Probably basically dying of depression from what we've seen the Doctor's
Nah.
wife
but, yeah.
later on. Like that, if that's what the Doctor thinks, the TARDIS chose the Doctor. Blah blah blah. She would die of depression, really. She just
Possibly,
goes, "Screw it. Well, I'm never going to be flown again, am I?"
Though it's trying to help despite that.
Yeah, but then that's why I think the time traveling works kind of relatively so well, because she wants the Doctor back.
Yeah. Even if it's not her own universe, but
Yeah.
God. And then
There's such feels this one. So
Yeah,
it's so
gripping, like
it's crazy. Like it's just so depressing and just so strong. It's just so good. Oh, and that organ music, that I think it's Donna's theme, but on like an organ or something. And it's like when she walks in and she goes, "I try to ask for jobs about the army." And Sylvia's just like staring at the camera, no face changing, like completely solidly depressed. And God, that.
and you would be in that kind of.
And that's right after the Holocaust thing. It's just like, yeah. And then, well, yeah. And then Donna's like, "Well, hey, back in time." I better like, and she holds up like the water. She's like, "This is a combat hydration."
yeah.
She's like listing everything, like combat dehydration.
Yeah.
Because it's such an official name, but yeah, I love it. And then like all the music's going, all picking up like like getting happy that she's gonna go back in time, and it's just like it's fine, it's not that I'm gonna die, it's just this world's gonna die, and then and Rose is just like straight face, she's like, "I'm sorry," and it's like oh, it's like you could like Donna must be like, "Oh shit."
This version of Donna just really got it really hard done by. Like, she didn't really
I feel so
do anything.
sorry for her.
Yeah.
And that's why she's the most important woman in creation. You can see, well, at least for human reasons, you can see why she's so important.
Yeah.
Jesus. And then, yeah, so then she's
and then she starts, she lands on the pavement and then starts shrieking.
Sutton
and
Garden. Yeah, she's like,
this whole guy's why is attached to her?
Nobody looks at her, which is like,
No,
I
I think there should have been something there.
Yeah. But yeah, then, I'm in Sutton Garden, that's half a mile away. And she starts running.
Yeah.
Which is lucky, she remembered the route. And yeah, she gets out of breath, so she should have been running more. And yeah, and then she realizes she's not gonna make it, and then she steps out in front of that, and then she realizes that she has to die, and it's off. It's like, grrr. And then and then the traffic jam, which is a good reason. And it's lucky that Donna's so bloody stubborn that she went, okay, I'm not going in the traffic jam.
Yeah.
Lucky that she's
Well, that
so
is
stubborn.
Donna. That is very Donna.
Yeah, well, it was fitting of the character, but I think I probably would have sat in the traffic jam, so it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, and then she whispers the words, and it all fades away. She wakes up, and it's the screaming, and I like it where it's like rewinding everything, like, and she wakes up, and it's like, you're so strong.
Yeah.
And
So one thing I will say.
What happened to the lady?
Well, not only that, but like her motivation was never really explained.
I'm guessing it was a trickster.
I guess.
I don't know why they haven't brought the trickster into Doctor Who. Like, what a crazily good monster, and they haven't brought him into like the official
that was
series.
kind of Sarah Jane's like a main villain. Yeah.
Apart from Sabine.
Yeah, true, but like they were different Sabine usually.
The Blaverine, was it?
Yeah.
Blaverine. Yeah, when they came back. But yeah, the trickster was the one. But the trickster did actually fight the Doctor in the wedding.
True.
God, I love that. When the Doctor came into it, everybody was waiting for that. When the Doctor crossed over into Sarah Jane Adventures, everybody was like, yeah! And then he appeared in the only final 5, because Sarah Jane was like part 1, part 2, and David Tennant was only in the last minute and a half of part 1, and everybody was like, oh, come on! When he came in, it's like, stop this wedding now! Oh, what an entrance. I need to watch Sarah Jane again.
Yeah, I need to at some point.
Or you get those for Christmas. But yeah.
I mean, it's all kind of builds up. Donna explains some of the stuff which happened to the Doctor, who just sort of poked his head around the door. Yeah. Casually.
Well, I liked it how he put it in that it was part of the Trickster's Brigade.
Yeah.
I just don't get. Yeah, they could do the Trickster. Oh, come on.
Then. The words.
And then and she's like, oh, she was blonde, and then the way that David Tennant plays it, his face kind of half tears in his eyes, kind of what did she say? What was her name? She's like, I don't know. She was blonde, and then it's more like clicking. She said 2 words, and everybody's thinking, oh wait, I was thinking, oh, Rose Tyler.
Yeah.
Everybody was kind of along that. And she said, bad wolf, and it's and he runs out, and everything's bad wolf, even on the TARDIS, and it's like, oh my god! They're gonna be reunited! I wasn't sure how they were gonna do it, because I was thinking, oh god, is Billy Piper gonna come back for the show then, because, why would she leave once she got back? So I was thinking, I think they should have killed Rose, but hey ho.
Yeah, well.
Because that would have made the Doctor going off the rails kind of work even more.
Yeah,
But then they kind of made it losing Donna, and it was kind of Catherine Tate's season, so it would have come taken away from her.